judges. I'm very happy to be here today, part of the Singapore coffee industry and participating in its progress. But more importantly, seeing Asia as a whole move forward in the specialty coffee scene. As you know, this industry is dynamic and always changing with new discoveries. And risk-taking and experimentation is a way of moving forward. So today, I want to tell the story of of 3 points along the supply chain: the farmer, the roaster, the barista, experimenting with 3 different processing methods. It results in 3 different sets of drinks that taste distinctively different from one another. Now, starting with the first point along the supply chain is Mr. Mino Escobar, whom we've been very fortunate of working with for the past couple of years. Now, he's the one who planted the seeds Catura and Catuai on his farm, La Pastora, Costa Rica, on land and reach a volcanic edge 2,000 meters above sea level, making it a strictly heartbeat. But what really struck me about Mino Escobar is because he dared to take risks. And because of that, he wrote in tasting his very own natural, black, and golden honey process, which he achieved by altering his drying rates. This leads me to the second point along the supply chain. As a roaster, my goal is to illustrate all the unique flavors that Mino Escobar put so much effort into cultivating. And as a result, I started roasting according to solubility, because I wanted to achieve maximum extraction to extract all these flavors. Lastly, as the final point along the supply chain is your baristas today, my goal is to represent these 3 different processing methods by serving them to you in 3 different sets of drinks that best represents what they are. Are you ready? Let's begin the first process. The top cuts in front of you will show the natural process. Now for this, after harvest, why not take the cherries? You soak them in the tank, and then you put them, and then you hand-force them to pick out all the defects before finally putting them on raised beds for at least 21 days. And this long drying period is because he believes it helps create an incredibly sweet and balanced cup of coffee. Today, as a barista, I'm choosing to serve it with milk. So you can sit back, relax, I'll be serving you the cappuccino shortly.
Can't wait no more, I'm too afraid. Reach a path to the outdoor, all the same. You are looking for the secret way, the shore you haven't been before. All the same, everyone talks about the quarantine. I'm not alone, that's all on the same. I'm lying in the clouds.
And you can expect to taste a lot of milk chocolate, hints of cherry, dark plum, medium body, as well as a distinctive caramel biscuit aftertaste. Please enjoy. Now, I've also decided to dose it 23 grams and extracted 36 because I wanted to create more body in order to complement the high fat content that's present in this milk. Alright. Oh. Please enjoy. I'll be back to the second set of cappuccino. micromills 3 years ago. Because he's learned from past experience that shed mills often contaminate equipment by bringing oil or coffee very oral. Now, his dedication to quality is evident in the cup before you. Please enjoy. And once again, please refer to the top card in front of you for more information on the processing methods, my dosing parameters, as well as the tasting notes. Calibrating your coffee. Calibrating the next processing method in. So if you refer to the next card on top of you, I will be introducing the black honey process. Now for this, after harvest, Mino takes the cherries. He soaks them in a tank for 12 hours, and then he depulps them, and finally he puts them on patio for a couple of hours, and finally on raised beds, where he doesn't turn them often. And this causes the mucilage to turn black. What he does do is he checks the moisture content constantly until it reaches 9.5%, and then he brings them into the warehouse. Now as a roaster, I found that roasting honey processed coffee to be a bit like roasting soft beans because of its soft exterior. The sugar deposits on the coffee makes it very sensitive for scorching. As a result, I have to begin my roast with a lower heat just to avoid scorching the bean. As a barista, I will be dosing 23 grams and extracting 40 grams, as I found that this creates an outstanding espresso with this winey acidity, orange bitters, cherry, dark plum, medium to heavy round body, and definitely a lingering dark chocolate finish. The black honey process. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Xin Yi's espresso course.
Final process. Please refer to the last card on top of you, and then I would like to begin with the inspiration that created my signature beverage. So living in Asia, I find that we are frequently exposed to a wide array of flavors, as well as this deep set of culture that enriches us, be it the unique fruits that grow around us, or simply the herbs and spices used in local cuisines. I find that there's so many flavors yet unexplored in the world of specialty coffee. So today, I want to use some of these flavors in my signature beverage. The first thing I've chosen to do is to use a traditional cup known as the gaiwan. Now this cup is used frequently to brew loose tea leaves, as it allows for the recirculation of water while capturing its aroma. I figured, why not use it for coffee? So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let me introduce the last and final processing method to you, and that is the golden honey process. So for this, while Mino kept the same amount of mucilage as the black honey, he altered its drying rate such that it's fastest and shortest, and no time is spent on the receiving tank. Instead, it gets depulped and goes onto the raised beds, where this time Mino turns it constantly. So this is to ensure that the sun doesn't scorch on the mucilage. That way it remains golden. Now I'm dosing this 23 grams and extracting 40 grams, as I found the golden honey process to have this medium creamy body with this dark chocolate lingering finish, as well as notes of caramel, barley, and a tangerine acidity. My signature beverage is Thai rice water, because I want to accentuate the golden honey's medium creamy body without adding too much of a flavor to it. Next, Chinese black sugar for its undertones of molasses and caramel. Touch of distilled water just to open up the flavors. And for the tangerine acidity found in the golden honey, I want to accentuate that by adding Japanese yuzu for its complex citric acidity. I'm going to be giving it a good mix. I'm going to be flaving a yuzu pill, as this is going to be the drink around the finish and a greater aroma. Did you know that yuzu pill has this very strong aroma? Okay. So to drink from this cup, you have to support the cup with the thumb. And as you leave the lid, remember to first smell all the yuzu aroma that's trapped underneath. You're ready to enjoy. Please enjoy. Enjoy.